if you're looking to run business. So let me give you 2 tips. Number 1, a lot of time many people don't leverage that part of the business. And number 2, connecting to as many people as possible. Hey guys, welcome back to another GrowYourBnb video, and I want to talk about today regarding people and relationships in business, because I found that the more I'm working with people, the more, obviously over the last 10 years, built several businesses, obviously my estate agent being one of the big main high street one, and then I moved into online businesses. I quickly realized that not necessarily it's how you do business, it's who you do your business with. And there's 3 things I kind of speak about a lot in my journey, which is, if you're like a reptile or if you're a monster, because if you're a reptile, you're ending up spending a lot of time doing, being negative, not helping other people. If you're a monster, you're constantly thinking about innovation, you're constantly helping other people grow. But eventually I think you get to a level in businesses where you're constantly thinking about the mindset shift, and are you going to be an autopilot or are you going to be visionary? Because look, if you're going to be visionary, you've got to, talk to people, you want to build relationship, you want to help other people. And it comes to a point that a lot of time many people don't leverage that part of the business. And eventually 10 years later, I've seen a lot of people let me down. A lot of people haven't delivered what they're going to say deliver. And it's not paying customers or paying clients. It's just really just talking about people in general. Eventually what you're going to find is the people that care a lot, right? The monsters that wants to help other people, create impact, wants to lift you a little bit. They're the people that you want to work with, and they're the people that's going to allow you to grow the businesses. But while I'm walking down here, I'm always constantly thinking about who can help me achieve some of the goal that I've set for the business. And it's always the people that's going to allow me to do that. I know, it comes with expenses, softwares, whatever they need to make it happen. But, if you're on an autopilot mode, you're doing the same thing again and again, right? You want to grow. There's enough people out there in the world who wants to grow, but they don't want to really add the value to other people. And, for me, I think when I walk down and think about businesses, I think about how we're going to grow different companies, it all goes back to what we've just discussed about, which is how quickly can I impact somebody else so that they can impact my business in return. And in return, it could be a paying transaction, and sometimes it could just be a help that you're providing someone. So I hope you enjoyed this short video in my channel. I want to talk a lot around mindset. People, look, doing business for the last 10 years, I probably can share you that every single day, the best of the best people that wants to grow, always looking to add value to somebody else. So if you're new to the channel, please do us a massive favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and there's a notification bell somewhere here. Make sure you turn that on. Now, we've done a couple of videos, Airbnb business, but in our channel, I share a lot about entrepreneurship, mindset, and everything I've been doing over the last 10 years. So let's get back to the video now. So let me give you 2 tips on becoming a very high value added person, especially if you're looking to run business. So number 1 for me is just connecting to as many people as possible. We've got social media in our hands. We've got loads of other tools that we can just send an email, send a LinkedIn message, whatever you can. And honestly, it's something that people talk about every day, but how many times do somebody actually go and do it? Probably going to be very little, right? So the idea behind this process, right, being added value to somebody else, it's just having those conversations, because the more you have conversation with as many people, the better it grows, the better person you become. So I think that's probably my tip number 1. And number 2 is, look, document the shit out of everything you do, because one thing I've learned in my journey, and when I go back and look at some of my older videos that I've done, it's actually just for me. It's literally for nobody else. But the thing I learned from that is, to become somebody at high value, you want to know your journey, because a lot of people don't, the social media fluff and stuff. Look, I can tell you this because I've documented my journey for the last 10 years. Some for me, some years it was just like for me because I was growing as a person. Some years I have documented online. Some years I have gone into YouTube like this, and now I feel like 10 years later, my way of documenting my journey is completely different, because when I first started, it was like, get a diary, write down every single day on everything I do. Who did I speak to? What did I do that day? Even if I went on a date, it was a family thing, whatever I was doing, I was documenting it, because it made me a high value person. Because now when I talk to people, I'm documenting everything because it's just a part of my second nature, and that itself made me a lot more high value to someone. Because if I'm talking to someone as a lead, like for example for Grow, what do? I document it, because then I can help them and support them through that journey. Honestly, that's my second tip for the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching another Grow Your BnB video. Now, recently I've done a video around the top 5 listings in Sandbanks, and I would love you to go and check it out. There's some exciting properties in there, and the listing, obviously how they market it and stuff, but the biggest thing about here is the best real estates. And every morning I wake up to coming down here for a walk, and I must say, you know, it makes me think a lot. It makes me think about people a lot. Again, going back to this, who owns it? How did they get that? How can I add value to this person? In return, I can get value back to me as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, look forward to catching up in another video.